Of electric Jenga matches. Who will prevail? Who will cause the tower to fall? It's time to find out on Stool Streams 8, presented by High Noon Hard Seltzer. That one out to create our second Tittleman's Crest. We will have the two best words in Jenga. A hanging tower just 5 blocks in.
You're definitely the most professional Jenga announcer I've ever heard. Right.
And that's the Jenga!
Oh,
that's a Jenga! 29 blocks in the books! And that's it! Marty Moshe Jenga! Live from Stool Streams Stadium in New York City, welcome to another edition of Stool Streams presented by High Noon Hard Seltzer. He's Jeff D'Lo. I'm Jake Marsh. Thanks for taking some time on NFL debut night. But Jeff, before that, we have
Who cares about that?
We have three great Jenga matches here inside the Triple S.
We care about the NFL. We make that very clear here. But right now we don't. We care about Jenga right now, and we have some pretty crazy matchups today. Some first-timers, some people who have potentially, and I heard some talk before I walked in here, potentially thrown out the idea of the first ever tablecloth pull of a block, the middle block being pulled out and the entire tower dropping down and maybe staying on top, and we'll get to that in a minute. But an exciting one today, and you're going to love to hear this if you're playing along. $1,000 on the line today, Jake. Not just $500, it's $1,000. The rollover in effect today.
That's right. The progressive jackpot on the play bar is still at. More than 15,000 of you have submitted your picks. Go 6 for 6. That 1K is yours. Jeff, let's see who is on the docket today. You mentioned 3 great matchups. We're starting things off with KFC and Feidelberg against Tommy Smokes and Hubs, KFC Radio versus the Short Porch. They'll move over to the Team Donnies versus Liz and Trista and end things with Billy Football and Nate versus Robbie and Trent. Jeff, what sticks out to you out of our lineup today?
The two Donnies, those two have great chemistry. We've not seen them together down here. But this first one is the one I have my eye on already. I'll just say, KFC is the one who has the rumors of wanting to do the tablecloth pull of the block. I actually wrote it down for Keys of the Game. I heard him talking to Hank about it before I even came in here. They were talking about it earlier. So it's on his mind. He's going to have to do it. He talked about it way too much to not do it. And on top of that, he's playing the Yankee boys. He's going to hate them in here. He wants them to lose. He wants to continue the sadness of the season. And then you never know with fights what you're going to get. You're going to get craziness and chaotic stuff. So the first one has always been the best match of the day. Also the longest. I'm not going to call it the curse because the curse is a bad thing. I'm going to say the magic of the first match is always the most insane one. That's the one where last week Glunny Balls violated by touching the block with 2 hands, despite the fact one hand was duct taped to the side of his leg. What? Still the most unbelievable thing I've maybe ever seen. Like no hyperbole. Most unbelievable thing I've ever seen in sports. So the magic of the first match is here. What will happen today?
No doubt about it. That was 1 hour and 15 minutes and 45 blocks. Go at the time and blocks record. If you want to catch the entirety of that match, go to our YouTube page.
It is a can't miss. There's not a moment you can miss in that match.
Like and subscribe. And Jeff, before we move on, you may be wondering why this matchup is first. We had a late switcheroo. It won't affect anything on the app, so question 3 and 4 will be first. But Jeff, let's dive into the rules of Jenga. If you're new to our Stool Streams broadcast, this is our 5th Jenga broadcast, 2-on-2. You see that second bullet, 1 hand at a time. You can't stress it enough.
Again, I said this last week. One would think the ping pong and cornhole rules would be more important, but no, it is the Jenga rules. The Jenga rules have come into play more than anything here. The referee is essentially the most important person with all these Jenga things. All eyes, always on our referee Spider. And it's the big rule. And Jeff, you cannot touch the block with 2 hands at the same time.
If you do touch with 2 hands, let's see the consequences. There are violations. The important thing to note, they are team violations. Warning after the first, not a warning because your partner has to face the issues, but a second violation, potential DQ.
You can get DQ'd. So if you touch it the first time, the first violation means the next person up on your team, which will be your teammate, must pull the first block they touch, which that may not sound bad. That's a really bad thing you have to do. We've seen it sink teams before. And then if you do it again the second time, you will get DQ'd. And I don't know if these guys would DQ the other team. It's tough for me to tell.
It is an option,
we'll probably figure out midway through a PFT down on the sidelines. We'll probably have them ask. But the DQ has come into play. And I would imagine it may come into play again today because people just seem to forget sometimes.
No doubt about it. Let's dive into our opening match. It is KFC Radio versus the Short Porch. We have two Jenga rookies in this match, Jeff. Yep. KFC has gotten some practice in. Hubs does have experience in the Triple S in terms of table tennis, but we have a few veterans on the other side in terms of Feits and Tommy Smokes as well. I
believe Tommy has lost twice, excuse me, a little lisp there. He's famous for the moan heard around the world in the first match. You have to imagine the moan. He was doing finger exercises. I don't know if we're going to get the finger exercises again. Very dainty, wiry fingers. But the return of Tommy is I was stunned by that. It's absolutely incredible to watch Tommy warm up. But no, Jake, I do think today, this first match, as expected, we're going to get some weird stuff going on. These two teammates, they both know each other. They all do podcasts together. It's kind of the perfect matchup to open this thing. I know this wasn't the initial first one, but luck has it that it ended up being what it is. And again, like I said, the magic of the first match will probably come into play here.
See Hubs and Tommy in a cumulative 0-5. But before we start, we're going to send it down to the third member of our crew, PFT-Bo. What's up, PFT?
Hi, guys. Thank you very much for kicking it down to me. Pleasure to be here in Stool Stream Stadium, as always. Wanted to do a real quick temperature check inside the stadium, and we are at a balmy 69 degrees again. Perfect Jenga weather. That's right, the blocks are feeling nice. Before we get started in tonight's match, it would be remiss if we didn't take time to acknowledge an individual who recently passed away just within the last couple hours. Diana Rigg, you might know her as Princess Tyrell from Game of Thrones, as well as Mrs. Peel from the Avengers movie, tragically passed away. So I'd like to observe a moment of silence for Mrs. Peel. Moment of silence, Jake. We have to start it over again now. All right, let's play some Jenga.
Apologies for the unprofessionalism.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed off the top, it sounded like PFD contracted like a congested sinus infection in the middle of what he was doing. I don't know what happened.
I had a double cheeseburger today,
sounded like he got a cold in the middle of his report.
All right, I'm tearing up as well, so
oh
glad God. PFT brought that up. Let's start off our opening Jenga match after an important moment of silence made by PFT. The order is crucial. It's going to be KFC, Tommy, Feits, Hubs. KFC, Tommy, Feits, Hubs. Jeff, KFC, Feits, Tommy, Feits, Hubs. I said it 4 times. If they don't get it, that's on them.
One would think that the order is not that hard. However, Tommy's last time he was here, he was lapped by his teammate.
Well, that was strictly KB's fault.
I'm not saying it was Tommy's fault, but KB was lapped. So we've seen that become an issue before. Remember, you got to stay in order.
All right, let's start things off with KFC, the rookie.
Let's have some fun, respect
initially goes for a potential Tittleman's Crest, but the 35-year-old from the Bronx goes with the Tittleman's Crest. And Jeff, we did see a highlight video leaked on Twitter a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
He had a tablecloth move, but it's much different when the spotlight is on.
I'm not
the scenario that was in play there is not a very common scenario in Jenga.
Right.
Again, however, if the scenario does arise here in real time, I think we're going to probably try to get him to do it.
Right now.
If you do it, you get to name the move, and you're basically legendary for life in here.
And she gave me the coldest shoulder in the history.
We just got the numbers in from the Play Barstool app. Tommy, the most popular pick to pull the losing block at 32%. KFC, 25%. Hubs, 24%. And Feidelberg, the favorite, according to our field, in just 19.35%.
Now, I know you have it on the stat here, but has Tommy pulled the losing block both times?
Tommy has pulled the losing block once.
Liz pulled, I believe, the first time.
Tommy is 0-2 in team sport, but he does have one
I'm just saying,
losing block. You see Spider always doing a great job down the stream in the stripes. Not an easy job.
It's not. No, it's not an easy job at all. We've seen some pretty horrid arguments in here. It can get ugly. Very entertaining for the viewer, but in here the tension is nasty. You can feel it. We got worried that they may come into the stands at one point. It's a very scary job up here, and even scarier for the ref.
Almost a violation there.
One person in the square.
We've already got false violation accusations by our
Well, he was about to go.
It's Spider's job.
A lot of backseat refereeing in Jenga. We see that often. People believe they can make the calls. They can't make any call whatsoever. That only comes from the ref.
And here's Tommy Smokes. We mentioned 0-2 in Jenga. He's 0-3 overall in stool streams, but does have an ABM, average blocks per match, of 38.5, which is quite high.
I actually want to say, too, I think PFT could probably confirm, I think that's a twisted tower on the top now.
We've got a small twist in the tower here, as well as a Tittleman's Crest at penis level for Tommy and at penis level for Hubs. Something to keep an eye on there. I also like Tommy's technique, his behind-the-back technique, ensuring that he grips the opposite side of his ribcage, almost like a shy young boy in the shower at the YMCA. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, PFT. Always doing a great job as our third member of our crew, giving us some insight we don't quite see up here in the booth. Here's Hubs, who was 0-2 in table tennis. However, making his Jenga debut, the 26-year-old from New Jersey. And Jeff, how about your keys to the match presented by High Noon Hard Seltzer?
Keys to the match, yeah, obviously these are always vitally important, and the most important one has to be for KFC and Feits. You got to try the tablecloth move. That is the key to the match here. Everyone wants to see it. You know, you're not just in this to have people win money. You're in this to have people entertained, and that's the most entertaining move in Jenga. And then for Hubs and Tommy, it's don't pull a Yankees.
So you're telling them to win.
That's recency
because the Yankees
bias.
won last night.
Oh, interesting. Recency bias. Yeah.
All right, KFC going with the upper quarter of the tower. Remember, for the rookies, the fourth row is the highest you can go.
If you take that out, you have to take that, put that block back.
And Spider doing a good job making sure the players.
If you take that out, you have to put that block back. So you have to put that block back now.
Are we calling the Spider as a joke?
Yeah, if you start to poke something out, you got to put it back.
There are multiple blocks, like
so you will have to put that back.
Slide over away. Have you noticed that?
They're not supposed to put that block back.
Yeah, this is bullshit. That's already somebody else.
There's a few blocks sticking out. This tower's already in terrible shape. What we actually didn't get to see before the match.
From now on, it will be both ways.
The tower setup was actually incorrect off the top. It was kind of like those older AstroTurf fields, like an old Giant stadium where they have to test the surface beforehand. So the surface here, the tower is a bit off in the beginning, and that's going to create some excitement, I think.
Tommy going 6 rows down, and Jeff, we have our first hanger of the match. Remember, if you're new to Jenga, a hanger is a row with one block, and that's what we have, 6 rows down, just 9 turns in.
We're really attacking the bottom base of the tower, known as the big cat, where you remove the left and right block at the bottom, make a hanging tower.
Can I note that Commissioner Hank desperately wants the tablecloth
Another
to happen.
easy move from Feits. And Jeff, let's rewind a little bit to Tommy's move. A little bit of an interesting move. We've heard the noises before, but now we are going to go visual with Tommy Smokes.
Yeah, Tommy, again, known for the moans, known for the screams in here.
I look really good right
now. Not a ton of effort needs to be put in terms of moans and screams, but you get that from Tommy. It's kind of like the finger gun, little finger wiggle there, holding his backside as well with his left hand and arm, like PFT mentioned.
Speaking of moans and groans.
Tommy, again, he is one of the more interesting players in the Jenga world. I would say probably the most unique.
Right. We mentioned his moans. Stay tuned for after this match. We'll dive into the art of Tommy Smokes' moans and a little bit of a countdown.
The pressure is kind of on KFC and Feits to make me come.
Jeff Hubs is doing something that will make the entire Jenga community sad. He just eliminated the potential of a hanging tower.
Yeah, the fans fans booing Hubs right now for removing the middle one at the bottom. No longer a hanging tower.
While we're playing Jenga.
We haven't seen a hanging tower in quite some time, too. It's really upsetting. You got to hope the next match someone. I imagine Billy Football may go for it later, and the Donnies seem like they'd be ones to do it as well.
But remember, even if we don't get it today, Big Cat is locked in for Monday's match.
The Monday matchups are absurd, by the way. I cannot wait.
They should be in by the end of the day on the play bar still out. Oh, they're in?
Download now. Make sure. Well,
download.
It's just.
Do your game film study on YouTube first,
Yes.
It's just unsettling watching Tommy do the one finger poke. I don't have words to describe why it is. It's like, as the Supreme Court said regarding pornography, I can't define it, but I know it when I see it. I'm creeped out.
I don't know if it was Tommy, but I think we're going to go with Tommy. He was one compared to Salad Fingers, the old YouTube video, like the really wiry fingers. He'd eat metal spoons. That's what Tommy
he strikes me as a guy who would eat soup with his hands, you know?
All right, here's John Feidelberg. 1-1 in Jenga overall. However, Jeff, he's played with Casey both times. split those matchups. Feits has never pulled a losing
Yeah,
block.
kiss.
Spider telling him
It's actually a good eating
the tower isn't good enough. And
fantastic.
on his opponents, Feidelberg did say, you
Chicken
put him
noodle or
against
more broth heavy?
two opponents with a weight combined of
mushroom,
200
perhaps.
pounds,
Yeah, maybe
he'll be in good shape.
Yeah, they're two of the smaller players in the
dicey
offensive
here.
weight. Well, I mean, good for them. Fast metabolism, I guess. But John seems confident. John a little more reserved than usual in here. Him and Casey, they're typically going at each other, yelling at each other, saying rude and crude things to each other. Right now, KFC in Feits, they're rather calm. They're locked in. They're focused. This is all business today for them.
KFC, the rookie, coming out of Fordham, as does his opponent,
Hang on.
Tommy Smokes.
That's good. That's good.
Tommy will step into the square of doom right now.
The Square of Doom. I like that, Jay.
Tommy
That's
looks
good.
a little nervous on this poll.
Shut up.
Square of Doom.
He's
It's
definitely
moving a
is.
lot.
If he responded like
Remember,
that, he's
Jeff,
definitely
we're at 17 blocks right now. That is our record low. It was set last week by Rhea. So a
Hey,
Tommy Jenga
can't kill
here
worse.
would tie that low record.
Now we're all on the lookout to see if Tommy's going to come. If so, who is going to make Tommy come? My money is on KFC. His hair is looking fantastic today. Just absolutely.
If you whisper in my ear right
incredibly
now,
good
that
for
might do
Silverstone
it.
Stadium. just touch him on the back of the neck with a strand of your hair. Not even a question from Thomas.
0-2 in Jenga,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he has
confident now.
moaned, as PFT said.
I mean, I played
two
great the first
matches.
time. Give my quote about being a statistician.
Nothing moves Tommy quite like the breath of a coworker on the back of his head.
18 blocks in, back to Feits. And Jeff,
Ooh,
the
baby.
tempo of this match has certainly sped up. We're 18 blocks in. We've played for about less than 10 minutes.
Yeah, again, it's the magic of the first match. It's usually the longest match. Usually has the
This
most
is-
controversy, has the most dramatic moments. But they're kind of flying right now. They see what they want. They pull the block, move on real quick.
Now back to Hubs. We mentioned making his
That top
Jenga
third is
debut.
dangerous. That top third is really dangerous
Yeah.
right now.
Got the hanger and then a couple of blocks on the right.
Just the way that's hanging, because you have the two blocks hanging over the edge
Ah,
on a
big
hanger. If that thing
motherfucker.
tilts at
Beauty.
all, it's gone. No way to save that.
Hubs getting comfortable, Jeff, with the bottom portion of the tower. Big Cat Boulevard, we like to call it. And so far, Big Cat actually has the best record overall in Jenga. He's 3-0, so Hubs not a bad strategy at all.
Undefeated. I believe PFT, he might
PFT
be...
is 2-0.
Really
Big
shaking. You're
Cat's
going to want to be
3-0.
careful.
Though
here.
PFT, now that he's a sideline guy, it's unfortunate.
However,
Yeah, right.
PFT will be playing with Big Cat on
Oh,
Monday.
what news?
Yeah.
that, right?
What news?
On Monday.
On
yes.
Monday.
Yes. Kudos to the scheduling committee for having us play Jenga today, September 10th. I feel like tomorrow would be just wildly inappropriate.
Really not much to say on that comment, Jay.
So they often told us in Big J school to let the broadcast breathe sometimes. I think that's an appropriate time to do it.
Need to mildly acknowledge it and then move on to the Jenga.
And there's a long drive to left for Castellanos.
Tower is wobbling a lot. They're confident they're moving quick, Jake, but the tower is moving.
And remember, questions 3 and 4 are at stake in the Play Barstool app. The first range is the 0 to 28 range, only picked by more than 7% of the field. The most popular pick was 33 to 36 at 35%. Jeff, this is interesting.
A-boy
We had 2 matches
What
the
noise?
last couple of weeks.
Now,
Go-
They're just talking over it.
we just heard something
Someone made
come
a-
out of the mouth of Tommy
I was
Smokes'
mocking
mouth.
John
it was a
Feidelberg.
bit of a turkey or gerbil.
I don't know what it was, but it was bone chilling.
All right, apologies for interrupting that potential unreal moment. Let's get another look.
Look at this. Yeah. Made like it was like a turkey gerbil
It was
hybrid
an
noise.
imitation. I was going to say.
It was a what now?
I was mocking
An
him.
imitation?
Yeah.
imitation.
He said
It's okay, don't be
something.
afraid.
Oh, it's a good one. That's what he said. That's how he sounds.
Getting their heads keep doing that.
One of the worst impressions I've ever heard of anything ever.
That was Fights.
All right, so after that, I don't even know what you
Yikes.
want
You're
to
going to
call
want to be
that.
careful here.
Move by Tommy. The pressure now on Feits, looking to elevate his record above 500 with a win today.
Atta boy.
And Jeff, going back to the stats here, 0 to 28 was only picked by 7.65%. Surprisingly enough, we had a record of 45. The 41 to plus range was the least popular. Once again, only 7%.
And I think if we're looking at it now, I think it is for the rest of the games as well, too. I think all the matches.
This is the Yankees
I don't-
season right here.
I'm
This
telling you,
tower.
go online, go to
Let's
YouTube.
play
Dual
smart here.
Stream,
Play
Figure
for
it
Watch
out.
hand.
the
Right?
game
This-
film
this
because
rows
you'll
fine.
know that these
Top
matches are
three you
always
can't do.
close
Yeah,
to
okay.
40 for the most part.
However,
The hunt
the
and
field
peck
did
strategy
do their
out there.
practice and their research because only 2 of our 12 matches have gone above the 41 block mark, and both of those matches involved Glenny Bowles, who will be back in action on Monday in our grand finale.
I think we got one
Who's he
more.
with?
Oh,
Big
boy.
Ed.
Oh, boy.
That's great to hear. Fans are loving that.
Yeah, those matchups were
units.
selected in our first ever Stool Stream selection show.
No
Yesterday
way.
on
Not even
Twitch.
close.
That's perfect.
Fuck off, Tommy.
And we have
Backseat
4
ref.
All right, straight up, that's
backseat
not kissing.
officiating.
I can see
Yeah,
right
this-
down the
this
barrel.
is
I can
awesome.
see,
I'll
I
show
can
you
see black.
kissing.
None of them are touching.
I'll show you kissing.
None of it. Get a zoom
Oh,
in
it's
here.
good.
It's good. I can see you told me to kiss. I can see.
You're the ref.
Here it is. Here it is.
Respect the referee.
Yeah, don't fight.
I can look like a
Don't listen to that.
Push right there. There you go.
Oh, there's an actual flag this week. Holy shit.
Boys, I said let's have fun and respect the game, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to
I love
respect the
you
game.
to respect the
You're
game.
not
You can
following the
see.
rules. You can see right down the barrel.
Hank's not in here. It's in the position, though, of
You
the
told
right.
me not 5 minutes ago they had to kiss. There's no kissing.
Oh
There's
my
room
God.
for Jesus in between those.
All right?
Great impression.
It always happens,
I got
Jake.
evidence that it's bad.
Jeff.
All right, am I going?
It always happens in game one.
We need someone who's in the office to run the microwave and get us some popcorn.
This is.
They're making it easy on us. We don't have to say much.
This was the turn we expected. Match one, it always happens. No matter the pace, no matter
Put it
who's in
wherever. It
it.
doesn't matter,
The
apparently. Put it in your pocket.
refereeing comes into play, and this was a rather, in my opinion,
I'm gonna throw
not
it
to
on
be
the ground.
biased, a rather ridiculous complaint by Feits there.
It's not
You're
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
And you can still come look.
While KFC just went, he created a double hanger about midway down the tower. Tommy going
He's
on
in the
fourth
box.
row.
Heidelberg, you are in the box.
If you
That
can-
is a warning.
That's a
If you
warning
think
on
Tom
Feits
knows what he
inside
did.
the square of doom.
I'm seeing something down here that I did not see from the previous two spiders, which is
Yep.
almost a look of joy on their faces when they get a little taste of authority. Keep an eye on that. I think Vibbs is really liking kicking people out.
Thank you, Mr. Commenter. Tommy pulls out a Tidman's crest, but Jeff back
Hang on.
to
Yeah.
Fights. Square of doom. Foot
the
easily
Hawkeye
there.
technology
I
does
mean, they are
confirm he
absolutely
was
fucking
in the
with my
box.
guy.
It is
He's
a warning.
Repeat.
He can't do it
Hank
again. He
is-
doesn't get penalized for that, but that is a warning. He
Hey,
needs to be
Tommy,
careful.
hold up a couple fingers. I can guess how many because his block isn't touching.
You're good.
He's still harping on that block.
Oh my God.
Seems to be a mistake.
is
Fights going with the
embarrassing.
middle finger approach.
It's a constant flipping of the bird.
This is a hell of a tower.
We saw Kawhi Leonard use his middle finger a couple of days ago. Fights trying
go.
to replicate
This
that.
is risky.
John imitating
This
that.
is
Perfectly
risky.
fine.
John, massive NBA
got this.
fan, was up all night watching both contests.
Can he create another double hanger? That one has momentum, and it's
You're
out.
gonna have to put that
Trying
on
to
top
create
now,
the full
too.
slate. Only one space to go. Down the middle.
You want to be careful there because you got to get it right in the tight
That was a
spot.
great
Apparently not, though,
retower
because, again,
strategy.
you can put it wherever you want.
Great
so
retower strategy.
Don't
by
do a
Tommy and
drop. Do
Hubs.
it, yeah. Ease that bottom
Caused
one in
a
and then-
tough retower here by Fights.
Remember, if one of those blocks on the top fall, it's a Jenga. It would be a boring one, but it would be a Jenga.
Is that the rule? If anything hits the ground, it's a Jenga?
Except
Like a glove.
if the block you are removing falls.
No.
Yeah, we need to push that in.
You
Oh,
son
I
of a
knew
bitch!
it was coming.
I knew you were gonna say it.
We need to push
knew
that
you
in
were
a
gonna
little bit.
say it.
That is unbelievable.
Oh my
Wait, in
God.
which
Good
manner?
referee.
Describe what's
Come over here.
wrong.
This,
See from here.
look at the space between this
Describe
one
what's fucking
and look at the
wrong,
space
Hank.
between this one. It is the same.
It's Describe what's fucking
From
wrong.
right here,
I
you
can
can
see.
see.
I can see
If
right
you
there.
don't have
Look
to
at
fix
Tommy
the
right in
second
his
row, you don't have to
stupid
fix the
fucking
top row.
face.
Just take your finger and push him.
Now, what is the issue down here, Tom?
Now, if you could look
You
from
just
right
grab what
here,
you're
the
saying.
middle block you just put in
Good,
is
done.
hanging far out.
You're
of the
good.
glass.
Jesus.
On the
He's
left
got away
side,
with
I
it.
see
Got away with
yeah,
it.
It is a bit uneven.
Got away with it.
It's interesting. Hubs has not let go of his phone in his left hand. Like he's expecting a delivery from Seamless or a call from his mom.
other hand.
Whatever you do to not use that block, PFT, right?
Trying to
What would you
create
do,
a
Pete?
triple hanger.
I would just hold on to my nuts.
It's out.
What the fuck am I
Full slate to work
Always don't
with
go
up
anywhere.
top. And Jeff, we have reached the 28 block mark, a crucial point here. Remember, if KFC's move here is successful, 7.65% of the field will be eliminated. That's 1,347 of you. If he causes a Jenga, 93% of the field will be eliminated. So a pivotal point
This
on
is a
question
big turn.
4 on the Play Barstool app. Remember, only 25% selected KFC to pull the losing block. The lone rookie on his squad. Fights 1-1.
Nobody home.
Wobble. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Ooh.
Your
2014 Jason Derulo smash hit.
Yeah, you got that, baby.
Snoop Dogg, I think, in it too.
See, a little worried, maybe some rookie jitters.
Going with that Western block. Turning it clockwise. And it's out.
That was
He can
smooth
choose
as butter.
either side. As the tower's momentum
one
continues
side
to shift
wobbly or
towards
the other?
that far side, towards PFT.
Bang.
He got it to go, and Jeff, there goes nearly 8% of the field. But remember, there's always a chance to win. Once you miss out on one question, you go 0 for 6. A $50 Barstool
Tommy, what I like
Sports
about you is how
gift
you
card
always
is
wear
coming
free
to
clothes.
one of you
watch.
who goes 0 for
that tape?
6.
Shut up.
Back to Tommy Smokes.
Tommy wearing the no bull shoes. I think those are commonly used for
Two of the
CrossFit.
3 pieces of this outfit were free.
Tommy's
The shoes.
been wearing the no bull shoes.
Shoes were a
3 straight
Barstool
years.
Radio ad deal, and this I got at a weed dispensary with Buddha Ben and Hank in Las Vegas.
Traditionally for CrossFit are people that just really want other people to think that they do CrossFit.
There is potential here for a septuple hanger. I think I just looked that up. I might be wrong.
Maybe
Maybe
7?
7 in a row.
Septuple September, that's what they're calling it.
Yeah.
Jeff motioning towards the middle of that tower. And when we talked to Tommy before the match, he wanted us to emphasize that his opponents, KFC and Feits, are, quote, butt buddies. He really wanted us to hammer that one.
Jeff, what did I ask you to focus on?
Yeah. Why don't you repeat that part, mate? Why don't you tell the masses what Feidelberg described Hubbs and Tommy as?
I will not, because that is bad journalism.
Good job, Jake.
What is the penalty if
they're known as?
Really
I don't know
close
the
to
answer to
box
that.
there.
All right, Tommy, you got to
Yeah, remember, Feidelberg did have a warning. Another step in the square
This
of
is gonna
doom
be a rest.
would be a violation, which would force his partner KFC
Easy.
to remove the first block he touches.
shit.
But we're not there yet. Spider's
Get
doing a
that
good
one.
job maintaining the space, as Tommy Smokes is the only player allowed in that square of doom here on block 30.
Tommy making it seem like this is going to be a tough pull, but it's not moving that much. It's rather easy as long as you can read tower.
Tommy, try that fourth row.
I made it look easy. One
Another
of the
full
greats.
slate in the books, and then next window on question 4,
Wait,
29
let's
to
see what
32.
Tommy-
That was
be green
picked
light.
by 1/5 out of our field.
Careful.
Those
More
are
than
tight.
3,400 people.
Just like your mom.
So back
It's a mom joke.
to Feidelberg.
This is going to be a tough round.
That's interesting. I was actually in the bathroom all morning today, preparing, seeing which player would be the last one to make BM. Feidelberg did not take a BM this morning. I was tallying every other player's presence. They all went to the bathroom, went number 2, except for Feits. He's light. You can see that he's light.
Thank you, PFT. Fights
Your
1 and
tower,
1
Eric.
overall. Has that ABM of 35.5. Now Hubs. An ABM again.
This is like one of those
Average
towers in
blocks
China that
per
are, like,
match.
open so dragons can fly
Individual
through. Ever
statistics.
seen those buildings?
Yes.
I think that's what
Tommy's
it's for,
ABM,
dragons.
38.5.
That's what it's for. It's
Yeah,
like
and they put cranes on top too.
Come on, your mother's ass.
Hubs going with
I'll
the
show you
tallest he
come
can
on
go.
your
He
mother's
went with it because
ass.
it looked like the easiest, but every poke this thing is tilting back and forth, Jay.
I keep missing Tommy. Like, I'm coming like halfway in and she'll like come on my
We got
ass.
this. We got this.
Hubs making his debut. Tommy did tell us he is going to help out Hubs because he can help him out with a lot of life skills in addition to Jenga skills as well.
What?
Let's focus
Team
here.
dissension.
Why did you say
Please,
that?
please elaborate on that. What kind of things could you help out?
What do you
with?
think-
Let's focus here, Hubes.
What do you think Hubs needs help with most?
What? Nothing.
Like,
He's
it's
I
perfect
mean, you
as
said
is.
you give him help, so I think you should probably elaborate on what
That's a
you can do.
misquote. That's some poor journalism.
Nope, that is exactly what Tommy told me, and I
Credit
wrote
to
it
me
down.
just blocking that out and just doing the job there.
Trying to frame me for fake news.
He actually said, I taught Hubs a lot about life, and he lacks a lot of life skills.
Second part, absolutely true. He has not taught me anything though.
This is
Cannot.
it's going down.
Agree to disagree.
Another pivotal point. Remember the 29 to 32 range in danger. KFC has 20% of the field in his hands right now.
I've noticed
Hey!
that let the players play a little bit.
That seems illegal.
Probably my best
Tommy just said that
see
seems
what they
illegal.
do.
We have no idea what he's talking about.
What he's talking
The
about.
tower, I didn't come close to touching the
They
tower.
don't respect the authority that much, though.
It's felt illegal.
They always think that it's Hank in your earpiece telling you what to do. You've got a big conspiracy.
this is
against
dangerous.
Hank's.
PFT, I think you confirm there's at least 40 people, professional referees in his ear. When we say we're going to the
There are
replay
many
room.
voices in
Manhattan.
his ear.
In Manhattan,
Yeah.
the amount of people that
have
make
to
the
keep track.
decision.
Yeah.
Why anyone questions it down there is
Back
beyond
into
me.
it.
Well, we kick it back to New
This
York. It's
tower's
usually a
coming
team.
down.
It's really a council, and the majority make a
Static-
ruling.
Watson,
and then
the
Hank
robot from
always
Jeopardy, is
overrules
one of
them.
them.
Yes. Hank is the one that makes the final call. It's really unnecessary and superfluous that we have that many referees.
I don't think so.
But at the end of the day, it's just
try.
it's
What's
just
worse
Hank.
happens? You lose.
It's really just Hank.
The complaining has gone away, though, which
For
is
now.
surprising because usually the complaining ramps up right away in match 1. But they seem to focus more on the game itself.
Jeff, I'm going to bet on there being one more lashing out at our official Spider before this match is over.
That is a good wager there, Jake.
KFC's sliding in the middle, and another full slate is complete.
And the
Cleanup.
The wherewithal to know he would have had to have cleaned that up. He just went and did it anyway, got out of the way.
Gentleman.
Smart player.
Leave the tower better than you found it.
48% eliminated, and more than a quarter of our field is done.
You got a replay? Nope. All right,
Smart
game on. You're not even
player.
giving your boy a
Way to
replay on the
throw
highlights.
Let's take a
Tell me.
look, Jake, at that pull there by
Throw me out
Kevin.
of my
Very
rhythm.
calm, very collected. At the top, though,
This
he
is ridiculous.
repositions and retowers everything else, knowing that he was going to be asked by Spider to fix everything. That's not a rookie anymore.
You good, Tommy?
33 blocks complete, and Jeff, we have now entered the window of our most popular pick. 35% of the field picked the 33 to 36 range on question 4 on the Play Barstool app.
This thing, though, if you watch enough of these, you notice that there's a moment in the 20s where it wobbles, and then there's moments in the 30s where it doesn't move at all. We may have hit that spot.
Jeff, we've seen Hubs attack Big Cat Boulevard down low. In the bottom 6-7 rows, there's only a handful of moves left.
Thing about me,
Tommy
I'm
grabbing
a
his
great
back.
fucking player. Great fucking player.
Tommy looks like a clip art of an older person. Like punching over, grabbing their back.
Yeah, he's wearing
Like if you had a
a
backache clip art, it would be that.
neighborhood new grandmother's walking attire right now. That's kind of what Tommy's going
All right,
for.
let's focus on the tower here, folks.
Oh, couple of
Oh,
seesaws
wiggle.
back and forth
Whoa.
from Fights.
Still moving.
Lets it stabilize. 34 blocks into this match. Remember last
We're
week,
leaning
our
heavy
matches, we had the
towards it right
lowest and the highest, 17 and 45,
Yeah,
in addition to
baby.
a 33 block
Yeah,
match,
three got
which
one.
Tommy
Yeah,
Smoke
fourth row.
pulled the
Fourth
losing
row.
block. So
Look,
Tommy's actually playing back-to-back
big.
Jenga matches.
I am not biased, I'm not rooting for anybody, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't excited to see what Tommy will do when he does
I
eventually
think
win.
we're leaning this way, so I think you should.
Tommy
on the right,
0
on the
and
other
3
side. I think.
overall
Does that make sense?
in the Triple S.
It's leaning this
Hubs
way
0
to-
and
to
2,
bounce
combined
out.
0
I
and
would guess
5,
so.
Jeff.
Yeah, I think so.
Are they due or are they just bad?
I think they're
Gentle,
due.
gentle. Don't
I
do
think
that
they're due,
clock
especially
down.
Tommy, because Tommy is now his third Jenga one. Tommy's been in 2
Not
really
a bang.
good matches, and his teammate really put him in a bad
we're
spot
getting
last
into an
week.
area where it's going to be
KB
tough for
once,
us. is height.
Liz the other time.
We're talking about height, but you can use stools.
Yeah,
or,
Oh, that would be the most
boxes.
emasculating thing I've ever
Someone's
seen.
already done it.
Who did that?
We have an apple box.
I think there've been a significant. I think
Couple of
Lenny's had to do
chairs.
it.
I believe it was Nate.
PFT,
Nate
what do you
Collins
think
had
about
to be
that?
in there.
I would-
I
I
don't want to deal
What are you
with
seeing down
that.
I'm seeing a lot of stuff down here. This tower's structural
Let's be
integrity
careful.
is severely lacking.
Come on.
It is one WAP. It is a wobbly ass platform. Hubs is doing
focus
his
on
hunt and
pull.
peck, but I'm not so sure this tower lasts longer than 2 or 3 turns.
35 blocks.
We say that, but for some reason, in the middle of the 30s, the tower sometimes sturdies out a little bit. It's a weird trend we've noticed.
Hubs trying to create another full slate. A full slate, if you're
No.
new to Jenga, is a complete
I'll fix
row
it,
of 3, but has plenty of cleaning up to do up top.
And he's going to tap
that
it
good?
up top.
That's good.
Nope.
That's good.
John thinks he's the ref again.
There it is.
Interesting.
There it
Yeah,
is.
that's good.
It's confirmed. And John confirms it's good.
Back to the top of the order in our rookie, KFC, the man from the Bronx, trying to get a win in his debut.
Do your carpet thing. Or a tablecloth. Fuck, it's called.
I'm gonna
It's
try
not-
it.
it's not
Unless
really-
you're a girl.
Whoa.
Tommy with a big-time diss and another pivotal point.
A little
This
casual
is
misogyny from Tommy.
Yeah, misogyny.
popular pick,
Misogyny for the boys
33 to
back home.
36, 35%.
It almost
on
has
the
to be
hot
this
seat.
one here.
Tablecloth.
No, this is not a tableclothable.
Remember, it's a-
I don't,
Oh, yeah.
I don't see any
Motherfucker.
tablecloth.
It's interesting
Oh,
because,
yeah.
because Tommy and Hubs actually sabotaged the tablecloth early on, and now they're asking them to do the tablecloth. It's like, pick up your mind, make up your mind down here. You shouldn't have taken that middle one out if you wanted the tablecloth.
Will Tommy do the tablecloth
That
himself?
baby.
at some point?
It's out for KFC, and Jeff, just like that, "35% of the field is done."
Very smart retower. He made sure that John would only have
Nobody
to tower
fucks with my
on
rhythm
one
like that.
side. Earlier we saw
That's
John
what
at the tower in the middle. He was thinking ahead. He made sure that John's retower would just be on the left or the right. But will it matter? Because that tower is moving, Jake.
37 blocks in. This range, 37 to 40, 31% of the field. So we have the 37 to 40 range, then 41 plus. So Jeff, we've already eliminated 2/3 of our competitors,
if you
more than
block me on that, I'm gonna be so
17,000
mad
on
at
play
you.
bar still out. Feits getting awfully close to that square of doom. Remember, he already has a warning.
He is really, he's within a
I wish I could rip
few
a fart right in your
centimeters.
face right now.
Can't fart on command. What are you, a woman?
Tommy in desperate need of a win here inside the Triple
It
S.
looked like a couple blocks moved with that move there. Oh, he is reaching into the Tittleman's crest there to try to pull a block out.
Yeah, it's like almost like he's
You're
giving
also
birth
far
to a
down,
calf. Just sticking his hand elbow deep in there.
You scared
Tommy
me.
searching below that double hanger, Jeff. How risky of the move is
Oh,
that?
he's really being incredibly physical with this tower right now.
Remember,
manhandling
Double
it.
hanger up top,
Pushing
too.
those 2 blocks with those.
This is
I
the
mean,
toughest
he's
move
touching
of the
4
match.
blocks at once here.
That's legal, moron.
John yelling about something that's
That
perfectly
should be
legal.
legal.
A perfectly
That,
legal
that
move
should
from Tommy
absolutely not be
Smokes.
legal.
John may have to make his own Jenga league here.
There it is.
For all these
Complain about the
rules.
rules.
I don't think you got it. I think
You were right.
We should add a question in the play bar
you're
still
a
out.
little too overconfident.
Zones of
Amount of
complaints.
complaints.
Yes.
Oh,
Tommy struggling.
2 steps that way.
ref doing a great job making sure there's no tower that falls on anybody.
You're right.
This would be a potential back-to-back losing block pulled by Tommy Smokes.
Yes.
But it's out.
Finish your job.
Has either side to work with.
Is that the right thing to do?
Way to go.
What a move.
I
Push it
cannot
forward.
believe
Oh,
that.
not done yet. Spider says
That
it's
right
not
block
clean
needs to go
enough.
forward. That looks good to me.
I cannot believe that thing stayed up.
Wow.
I'm something
I
else.
think he might have got away with
I
one there
think
too.
so too. If you see on your screen
It's
right
a
now,
messy top. That's
there
some
w-
sloppy top
there
from
is
Tommy.
go.
a gap
Whoa,
on that top
crazy
row.
Crazy boy.
Some more
You
wobbling
crazy boy.
from Feidelberg.
I cannot believe that my partner's
major
gonna have to deal with
vote.
that mess of a top up there. I cannot believe you allowed
Well,
that.
that's because the middle block
You
was
did
all
not.
I see you
It's a
giving an
complete
earful
catastrophe.
to that
thing is all over
interesting retower by Tommy Smokes, but Feits has it out. Only
Look at
has
that
one place to
sloppy
go.
top.
Hubs is fucked. Get him the fucking
Careful.
apple box.
Careful.
Is he gonna drop it?
James, whose side are you on?
Is he gonna drop it?
Neither. The game.
Oh, he almost fell over, I think.
It stabilizes. The turn complete. It is another full slate, and we are 38 blocks deep. 39, excuse me.
This tower is just insane. When the action at the top, it looks like one of those inflatable guys at a car dealership, just back and forth, back
A
and forth.
wacky waving arm inflatable tube man.
Exactly, and even the slightest hint of air conditioning hitting the air here in Stillstream Stadium is enough to knock
Pulling
this
out
sucker
the
over.
edges is sometimes
Hubs
what I
initially
do.
searching for Big Cat Boulevard down low. He's gone there a couple of times today, but the rookie is in deep trouble.
Oh, don't!
He
You're poking hard. You're
looks
poking hard. You're poking. I gotta
perplexed.
fucking poke a little
You can
hard.
usually tell where the easier ones are, but at this point in the game, it's impossible. This is
Is this the
essentially a
craziest tower
crapshoot.
you've seen?
I'll have a time limit, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Goes just up and to the left, up and like the guy from Wifey's World.
This might be the messiest tower. Might be the messiest.
True legend of
towers.
the game. They're back, by the way.
Are they?
Yeah.
Hubs initially zoned in on
That
that
man, they still have
penultimate
the army.
row
Heather Armin
from
is
the
nothing.
bottom.
I just need Naughty Alley to come
Could
back
we
and
get
complete the
another
trifecta.
40
We're good to
block
go.
Naughty Alley, Dawn's Place. Collect them all.
It's like they're cemented in.
Hubs has an opening
fuck?
midway
What's the MILF Hunter been
on
doing?
top of a triple hanger. Could he make it a quadruple hanger?
What's our clock at?
He thought, but he doesn't have it.
60 seconds to pick a block.
60 seconds to pick a block. Remember, Jeff, if you're new to
thought that one was
Jenga,
loose,
that is
but
not
it's
a
not.
shot clock. You have 60 seconds to pick the block you are going to remove.
Correct, which is
It's
essentially the
wobbling.
hardest thing
Nothing
there
else.
is too, though. Just picking it is
You know what, you
essentially
should probably just
sealing your
yank
own
that one.
fate. So that is a big deal. But yes,
50
once
seconds,
you
pick
pick,
a
you
block.
have
Try
time
to
to
pull
figure out
like
the
that.
move.
Not the end of the world. How will Hubs' Jenga debut?
Remember, you can
40
touch the blocks
seconds.
around.
The top twisted there. It was tough to see.
Double hanger in
Probably
rows
were-
5 and 6.
probably
On top
paying
of the
attention.
split vice.
Yeah, probably paying attention to his move, but if you missed it,
30
the top
seconds
did
to pick a
twist.
block.
I would would say this is the one he's picking.
I'm picking this one.
He's picking
All
that
right,
one.
he is locked in on that
boy.
eastern block,
If I
about
spoke
8
too
rows
soon.
up.
You spoke way too
Well,
soon,
yeah.
friend.
There was no
And
reason.
a full
to-
30
No
seconds.
reason.
Yeah.
It's moving. So is the rest of the
Let's
Tower.
wobble.
Hubs
I don't know.
trying to create
I
some
don't know.
Keep doing what we're
momentum.
doing here, kid.
He's got time. He can do that.
Now he has unlimited
Oh,
time.
no,
A
he's
lot of
toast.
Yeah.
No
What a
time
very
limit now.
nervous
Now you
Hubs
can just-
fantasy owners
Now you have
right
as long
now.
as you want to knock this tower over.
Hubs, 24% of the field picked this rookie
It's okay.
to pull the losing block.
Even if you lose tonight, you can go home and watch baseball.
If this does wiggle out, though, the mood changes so quick in Jenga. If he can make
I think
this
he's
move,
got it. To be honest, I think
I
he's
don't
got
see
it.
Is it moving crazy? I can't.
I don't
No,
see it
you're all
happening.
right.
I
Just
think he's got it.
He's got
Keep-
some
keep
more
that.
momentum.
maybe
I
use
don't
your
see it
thumb
happening.
to.
But
My
Jeff,
bad.
remember,
Block
there's
above
that
it.
double hanger on top of that double split vice. 5 rows down.
It's moving up top. It's
There's
moving.
no way.
Top of a triple hanger
There's absolutely
midway
no
through
way.
the tower. PFT doesn't believe in
way.
Hubs.
tower twisted in
That's
multiple
gotta
places.
fall. I mean, laws of fucking gravity and physics here.
Hubs is trying to defecate, ejaculate, and urinate all over Isaac Newton at once with this pull.
He's gonna get it.
Hubs has some more momentum.
No, come on, wobble for me, you
Use your
fucking
thumb
tower.
to hold the tower right above it as you push it out.
This thumb?
No, your right
Still
thumb.
holding his phone in
the
his left hand.
Come on.
Has not left his side. The block comes out even more.
seems
And
to be
more.
working.
Can he take it out?
I don't.
It's a Jenga for the rookie! And Team KFC Radio survives!
And
a finish.
it hit him in the top of the head, too. He might be
You hate
concussed.
to see it. It's unreal.
Almost an incredible move there at the
so
end.
close.
May need the med team to make sure he's
Tommy,
not
what do you
concussed
got,
after
1-2?
that. But that's right. KFC picks up a
Beautiful.
1-0 victory here in his
It
debut.
tastes like grapefruit.
Sipping some
real
celebration
vodka,
high noon there,
thanks to
Jake. That was a
Hyman.
great match.
I had
well
no nerves,
paced.
I was
A
calm,
little
cool, and
complaining, but
collected.
you know
Go
what?
about
That's
that.
entertaining. We like to see
Championship
that.
nooners.
Good, hard fun. And KFC and Fights, they are the
Hey,
winners
hell of a game.
in match 1.
39 blocks, but Jeff,
Corral.
let's see another look at this
You know what, give me
losing
a little-
block from Hubs. It got dangerous.
It did. It hit him right in the top. It hit almost the entire top of the tower. Maybe in pain here. Take a look at that again in slow motion.
Yeah, right in the
I actually
fucking-
thought he did
I
successfully
was
make
more
the
in
pull.
dis-
It was too wobbly, and it just had no chance, and there was no way to save it for him. He was too focused on the block. It is over.
I had no idea. Right there, right
That is it. Our rookie Hubs moves to 0-1 in Jenga, 0-3 overall here inside the Triple S. And he and his partner Tommy Smokes
I think the most excited
are
person was
sitting
Gibbs there.
down the street with PFT commenters.
Partial
PFT.
referee of all time.
Thank you guys. Yeah, that's quite a replay that we just saw. We're down here with the two individuals who lost the match of Jenga. Hubs, I'd like to start with you. First of all, I think everybody at home wants to know, how are you feeling? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm
Concussion
fine. Might be a
protocol?
little concussed. Need to get tested after this, but I think I'm okay. I'm more stunned that the tower fell. I thought I had it.
Count backwards from 7, starting at 64.
63, 62.
No, okay, he is severely we've got an issue. Let's get him locked up in the concussion tent real
Okay.
quick.
Okay.
Tommy, you are the most losing player in the history of Giant Jenga.
I'm.
I haven't
Yeah,
asked my
well.
question yet. I wanted to begin by reminding you that you are, in fact, the most losing player in the history of Giant Jenga. My question for you is, how do you sleep at night?
I'm Mike Trout. I'm a great player, great individual player. I've been on some losing teams, but anyone who's watched, look, Hubs played great today. I'm proud of him.
Right
I've
under
been
the bus, Hubs.
But look, of my 3 matches, I've only pulled the losing block once. KB kind of set me up for failure that one time by going out of turn. If you've watched the tape, if you don't look at the little numbers like the little nerds, if you watch the game with your eyes, you'll see I'm a great fucking player. Great fucking player that's been the victim of some bad luck.
Well, his name is Tommy Smokes, not Tom Us Smokes. Quite a selfish post-game interview by him. I think that he's going to have a hard time finding a partner in Giant Jenga after something like that. More of an individual guy. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thank you so much, PFT. Now, Jeff, a combined 0-6 in this room. 0-7. 4 losses for Tommy, 3 in Jenga, 1 in Cornhole.
Yeah, Cornhole
And
was tough.
Hubs has 2 ping pong losses and now a Jenga. 0-7 overall. The juju's just not there.
No, but he seems very confident. He'll be back, and people want to see that. Maybe he's going to become the villain of this room. He seems to not care no matter what, win or lose. Didn't pull the losing block there. Was it his fault? It doesn't seem like he thinks it's his fault. He'll have probably a new partner again, and we'll see if he can find some magic next time.
All right, back down the stream in the winner's circle, PFT with KFC and Feits.
Yes, thank you, Double J's. I am here with Feits with KFC. They are partners off the court. They're partners on the court. First of all, did you guys just know that you were going to win when you saw Hubs finagling that last piece?
I knew we were going to win as soon as I knew Tommy was playing. I knew that
That's rich. That's rich.
See his face, like you can just tell. Look how he just stands. He's just a classic A-boy with his arms fucking tucked up in the air. That's not a winner.
He looks like a loser.
He looks like a loser. He wears exclusively free clothing. He admitted it. That's a loser.
Yeah, Tommy does look like a
so
7-year-old aunt. But to be fair, Feits also is dressed today like he's a 6-year-old.
I'm dressed like a kid who forgot his gym clothes. And I had to borrow a couple of
Whatever it
friends'
takes to win. Kevin, you came into Stoolstream Stadium immediately. The crowd was buzzing, just looking dapper. One of our more dapper
You've
competitors.
been complimenting me all day, and I really appreciate
so
it.
was this a look good, feel good, play good situation?
That's every day for me, baby. It's every single day. Look good, feel good, play good. Do you think anybody will ever want to play with Tommy again?
Maybe Deion Sanders, because I think he's the only person whose ego can actually overlap Tommy's. So we'll see about that when Primetime gets up to headquarters here in New York. Back to you guys in the booth, Double J's.
Prime
Thank you
time,
so
of course,
much, Mr.
listed
Commenter.
on the Barstool Blogger page between Dope Rope.